This image right here just got dropped on the Need for Speed social medias, and me and you are going to have a chat about it. Now, there's a lot of things that I rather enjoy in this image. For example, it's a GTI Club Sport. I actually really do like the GTI Club Sport, and it's the 3-door, technically 3. It's the one without the extra doors that aren't required. But you can see it's souped up in multiple ways, including the glaring obvious one, which is the neons. So neons was something that was massively requested to return to Need for Speed for the longest time. Personally, it wasn't really my big thing, but let's be honest, it's a big part of tuner culture. Even if it's just like a little bit here and there, maybe we get to choose that. We don't know the exact details about it, but we just got a glimpse at having underglow on Need for Speed Payback. From what I can see on the image right now, the back has an underglow and the sides have an underglow. I don't know if you can really see the front. The front does seem to have some form of underglow just because there's a little bit of glow on the wheels. That would probably mean there's maybe glow around the front of the car, but that would make sense because a lot of options are like that. So I'm just hoping there's a few options for the underglow. For example, in GTA, we have an option to choose where we want the lights to be. So I would like them to have an option for maybe the sides, the front and the back, or the front, back, and sides, like a haircut. That would be best case scenario, because we would just appreciate the fact we've got underglow, neons in Need for Speed is back. Not a feature massively at the top of my list, but seriously one of those that I know a lot of people were asking for in 2015, and it just adds that extra little detail that goes, you know what? They're doing what you want. Try and tell me now that Ghost doesn't listen. Exactly. No information on settings or setup options or anything like that to do with the neons or anything in this image whatsoever. We've got to push that aside a little bit and wait. Well, hopefully we get some more information on that soon. They did let us know we're going to get some more information tomorrow, so I would assume we'd get a lot more details on this image tomorrow. But that's pretty much it, right? That's all you're going to talk about. Now, I kind of want to pick on a little things that I picked up just to give you an idea of what we're looking at in Payback. We played with customization, and we know for a fact that the suspension tuning is much better than it was in the last game. If you watch the customization videos, you may have noticed that when you did slam a car or try and tuck the wheels in without trying to get much camber, it would still pretty much camber. I mean, naturally cars would do that, but there is possible to do it without. As you can see in the image, the fitment of these wheels is perfect, and they're pretty much straight from what you can see. They're giving you a lot more options, and obviously if you wanted to lower even past that, then you're looking at a bit of camber there, mate. I mean, from the front, it does look like there's a slight bit of camber, but there's not to the point where, oh, that's ridiculous. So you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It goes without saying this car has a body kit and design, like decals. Obviously, we're going to have the vinyl editor again in the game. We've already seen that. But one thing I wanted to point out is the wing, okay? So that is, I would not assume, an official wing, right? And that would to me mean they made more Need for Speed wings, because if you look at it, I don't think that's the official one. That looks pretty much like the Need for Speed ones they made in the previous game, which makes me hope that every single car is going to have an option for more options, should I say, for different wings or new wings they've added that are the Need for Speed brand wings. Now, this wing specifically attaches to the back of the vehicle, which I think is very nice. Extra support required for the mad downforce that is ensued. That makes me hope in many areas across the board that we're going to see a lot more Need for Speed style stuff like we did in the last game towards the updates. And with the updates of the Need for Speed 2015 cars, they basically added in more of the original parts, ghost parts, if you will. I hope there's going to be a massive bump up in, even as I said, just ghost wings. I would like to see an improvement on more of those, because those were honestly the best ones. Just put more across all the board. Like, come on. Something you might not be able to tell, this screenshot is indeed in 4K. Now, why is that any significance whatsoever? We know that the Need for Speed, the previous game, was available in 4K. You could bump it up to whatever resolution you liked. It's on PC, you could do whatever. But obviously 2015 came out before the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it also came out before the Xbox One X, because the Xbox One X isn't out yet. What does this mean? We're going to see a 4K version of Need for Speed Payback on the consoles. Now, I wouldn't necessarily jump to the conclusion that we're going to get that, but I mean, pretty much every game, I've not really spoken about this yet, is pretty much having a release on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X to allow you to bump up the resolution a little bit, bump up the graphic settings a little bit, do something. I think it's clear to say that this image probably is a PC image because of how sharp the car is, but are we going to get a pseudo 4K version for the next gen consoles? I would say yes. No information on that whatsoever. I just got back from the fact that this image obviously is 4K, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe 4K in console. Of course. My bet would be following the current trends. I don't expect a proper 4K version because the game just looks fantastic. If you've seen the last game alone, that looks absolutely amazing. But I think that's pretty much it I can get from this image. That's all I'm going to talk about. I don't want to keep you for way too long, but I hope that I gave you enough information, pretty much everything about this picture. I think I've dived in much more than most people would on a picture. But hey, new image, I'm gonna be high. Thank you so much for watching this video. If I missed anything, let me know down in the comments, and also let me know your thoughts. Neons! Neons are back! It has been like, what? Literally like 10 years. It's been more than 10 years, but not 15. Be sure to smash the like, it helps me out a lot. And subscribe if you want more Need for Speed Payback news, because this is the place to be. Because I like Need for Speed.